For the men's 3-mile, Eamon Coughlin, the chairman of the boards, who has dominated the Grand Prix mile all year, is stepping up to the 3-mile event now. Eamon has said he will go for the world record here. He just missed it back in '81 when he ran at 12:56.8. And now let's go to Spencer Ross.
The man he is going to have to beat is Doug Padilla. Padilla, well, not as big a favorite here at Madison Square Garden as Coughlin. Most definitely has his following, and we've got 10 competitors going at it. 33 laps. Eamon Coughlin, Frank Litsky, as we said earlier, a gentleman who is known for his miles, but around the world known more for his longer distance race.
He's the world champion of 5,000 meters, which is just a little longer than 3 miles. And he's a better distance runner outdoors. I think he's a better miler indoors because he runs the board so well.
And moving for the lead is Doug Padilla. Eamon Coughlin is second right here at the outset. Bill Crone, who competed so well at Manhattan College, is sitting in third. But a lot of things are going to happen. A lot of things are going to change. But Padilla and Coughlin running 1-2 this early. That's a question, Frank.
You see it. Take a look at your screen. There they are. Padilla usually sits back in the pack. Coughlin usually sits back in the pack.
A world record by Eamon Coughlin could wind up giving him the Mobil Grand Prix championship, and Marty Ludwikowski is taking the lead.
Now, Spencer, do you know who Marty Ludwikowski is? He may be Eamon Coughlin's best friend. They train together. They're very close. They work together. They do the same workouts. And what Marty is doing tonight, he is becoming a rabbit, sort of a friendly rabbit. No one asked him to. The management didn't say, Marty, would you set a fast pace? Marty is doing this for Eamon. And while we've been talking, 3 laps are gone. There are 30 laps to go.
30 laps to go. And the leader is Marty Ludwikowski. Eamon Coughlin is second, and Doug Padilla is sitting in third. 29 laps to go. Lots of activity here at the National Championships. Let's take a look back to some earlier competitions, starting with the men's 60-yard hurdles. Nearly halfway through the men's 3-mile, 18 laps to go. We're back live. Eamon Coughlin has now taken the lead. Doug Padilla is second. The world record, well, when Coughlin came close back in 1981, he didn't go quite as fast as he's gone tonight.
He's coming closer tonight. Marty Ludwikowski, Coughlin's friend, led for most of that first mile. Eamon took the lead just before the mile. Ludwikowski faded. Padilla is right there. Padilla knows what he has to do, and Eamon knows what he has to do. At the moment, they're on world record pace, both of them, obviously, because they're so tight, and they have 12, 13 yards on the field.
John Tracy is third. Kevin Ryan is fourth, but these two, Eamon Coughlin and Doug Padilla, are setting the pace. 16 laps to go, so we're more than halfway home in this 3-mile race. And a world record is what Eamon Coughlin is looking for. John Tracy from Ireland has moved up into third place and is within striking range, about 10 yards behind. So 15 laps to go in this event, and we'll be getting back to it. The women's long jump. Let's check in with 5-time Olympian Willie White. We're back live. The men's 3-mile. The 2-man race, well, it's become a 3-man race. Eamon Coughlin with the lead. Doug Padilla is second, but John Tracy, the Olympic silver medalist in the marathon, he is right there and sitting third, and through 2 miles, Coughlin ahead of the pace he set back in 1981 when he came less than a second off the world record, and he is now 4 seconds ahead of what he did back in '81.
And we shouldn't be confused by what's happening. There are 3 runners now going by 1 runner. The 1 runner is lap. He's 1 lap behind. He's not in contention. What is John Tracy doing here, Spencer? A marathon runner? Well, he was also a 5,000-meter runner at Providence College. He can run the distance. He is exceedingly strong. When you can run a marathon as fast as he did in the Olympics, you have to have strength.
1978 NCAA champion. He lives in Providence, as Frank mentioned. That's where he competed. laps to go, and a world record, Frank, very much a possibility here.
It still is. The pace has slowed somewhat, but they're still on it. I think they can still get it. But one thing you have to remember in this situation, Spencer, Eamon Coughlin and Doug Padilla are two of the best kickers in indoor track. They have a wallop.
They get a lot of time to think, too.
It's like that right-hand punch, that big knockout punch. They can do it. You see Coughlin in the mile, the way he's back there, and people wondering, is he out of it? He seems lethargic. All of a sudden, boom, he goes. Padilla can do it, too.
And so can John Tracy. Tracy moving on the outside. Coughlin's going to let him get by. And Tracy has the lead. I made it sound like Coughlin let him get by. John Tracy ended.
And just at the point he took the lead, Spencer, it's a half a mile to go. They are very, very close to the world record pace. They're 0.8 of a second slower than when the world record was set in 1981. What does that mean? I don't know. I think it means that the world record is still very much alive, especially when you have kickers.
The world record, 12:54.6. We have 4 laps to go. Coughlin missed it by 0.2 of a second back in 1981. But right now, John Tracy has the lead. Coughlin, who came close to that mark right here in Madison Square Garden in 81. And here's Doug Padilla. He is kicked early. Little more than 3 laps to go. Padilla, Coughlin, and Tracy has dropped back. And now the strategy and the psychology build.
Now the crowd understands what's happening now, Spencer. The race has begun. Tracy seems out of it. He's 10 yards behind and falling. They're the two. They are both kickers. There are 2.5 laps left, less than a quarter mile. 350 yards left in this whole 3-mile race. And here it is, down to these 2 men.
Padilla and Coughlin, the world record, 12:54.6. They need a 54-second last 440 to do it.
That's exceptionally fast. It's seldom done in a race like this, but with these 2 runners, it could be done. Here comes Coughlin.
Here comes Eamon Coughlin now. Padilla and Coughlin as they are on the gun lap. Padilla, Coughlin down the backside. Eamon trying to turn it on. But Doug Padilla has this crowd on its feet because he is pulling away, and he's going to win it. The world record, no. The U.S. indoor record, unofficially 0.3 of a second off, but we'll have to wait. And the camaraderie, the competition. Padilla, the winner. Eamon Coughlin finishes second in a fiercely contested race.
That was about as good a race as you're going to see, isn't it? What did I say about throw out the watches? That's what track is all about. And indoors, you get it. It's even more intense indoors because it's the area is so confined. You're right on top of the action.
Well, the victory lap being taken by Padilla, who took the lead and really kicked out with 3 laps to go. And right here on the final lap, Coughlin tried to close, but Padilla was the one who still had the most strength left.
Padilla has a great kick. He's a sub-4-minute miler, and he's very, very tough at the end. Watch what happens when they come around the turn. Watch what Eamon Coughlin does. I've never seen him do this. Let's see if we can get him.
Mr. Padilla's lost it.
Now look.
He knew it. He knew it.
Goodbye. Nice going. Nice. Look, he turned around. I never saw him do that before. He knew he couldn't get him.
Eamon knew he could not do it because Doug Padilla had it tonight. Doug Padilla, who was a practicing Mormon, spent a 2-year mission in El Salvador. He really wasn't an athletic fan as a kid because he couldn't foresee himself as being an athlete.
Yeah.
He was wrong. He was wrong. He has won the 3-mile. Bob Neal is standing by, and Doug Padilla makes his way toward him. Robert?
And we're with Doug Padilla right now. As soon as we get him with us, Doug Padilla is right behind us for a quick word. Doug, if you could step. I'm just going to go right over here to Doug, if that's all right. Doug, as you sit there, let me just ask you a question or two. You were 0 for 4 against Eamon Coughlin. You've been quoted as saying, he's not necessarily a better runner than me, he just thinks he is. How did that influence you in this race tonight?
I was really misquoted. I was quoting Sidney. Sidney said that. And that's true in the mile. That's kind of the way they feel. I just had to go there with the idea that you got to try and win. If you don't try, you're never going to get there.
How about the strategy in the race?
Well, I was hoping to be able to follow him just as long as I could, and then be able to make a move right about 3.5 to go and hope I could hang on till the end.
How about the early quick pace that was set by what would be described as a rabbit? What effect did that have?
It's pretty quick. I was pretty worried. I had a lot of trouble staying up. I had a lot of people pulling for me, and it really helped.
Your feelings about beating the man they call the chairman of the board, Eamon Coughlin?
Oh, boy, that's great. That's great. It hasn't sunk in yet. Later on, maybe it will. I don't know. Still, it's only one race. Next time you go up against the line and against him, he's a tough guy. You're going to have to do it all over. And it may not be the same outcome next time.
Congratulations, Doug Padilla. Now let's go back to Spencer Ross.
Misquoted or not, next time, Eamon Coughlin may be doing the thinking. You heard screaming and cheering while the race was going on. Well, a lot of things are taking place here. Padilla the winner, Coughlin and Ludakowski third. A circus-type atmosphere.